ready to go.
Hey guys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play some Cold Steel 4. We're currently just kind of exploring Crossbow, trying to get some info on the Singularity. We're about to go check out the Crossbow News Service. This is a new place, I think, which is interesting to me. Whose building was this originally? Wasn't this the, that informant guy? Crossbow News Service, this must be the place. It matches up with what we've heard at the bakery. Couldn't hurt to have a chat with them while we're here. It could yield some useful information as a newspaper. They're sure to have their fingers on the pulse of current events. Alright, let's find out what they know. Wow, they really did move everything here. There aren't that many people. This was an abandoned law office when we were here at tax at the Geofront. Feels completely different now. Yeah, the law guy that had his hand in everything. Yeah, that wasn't easy. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Please excuse the mess. We've only just moved in. We're still getting used to the new space, but it'll be up and running before you know it. Wait, you all. Rhines, are these the kids you told me about? No doubt about it. I'd recognize Class 7 anywhere. I was wondering when you guys would show up. Certainly kept us waiting. Oh, how did you know we were coming? What's your deal? Don't tell me you're... Whoa, slow down. We're not part of the intelligence division, so don't worry. And as for you, Rhines, can't you choose your words better? It's no wonder they would be suspicious after hearing something like that. Ah, this dude is the one she was talking to probably on the phone, right? When I said that she said Rhines or Rains or something. My bad. It felt like the quickest way to get them up to speed. Grace! Well, in any case, allow me to introduce myself. Grace Lynn, writer for the Crossbow Times and journalist extraordinaire. Now about your missing instructor, the Ashen Chevalier. I've been following his career for a while now. I might be able to tell you something useful. How about it? Oh, so you must know the SSS then. Now that I think about it, I feel like I've heard them mention you before. Yeah, she was in Zero for sure. She kind of helped us a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I've seen it all. The formation of the SSS, the cult incident, and even the struggle for independence. I even got caught up in Operation Birdcage, too. If I recall correctly, wasn't that the plan to shut down the SSS and their allies? I'd never have thought a regular citizen could achieve so much. I must admit, I'm a little curious about what you'd be able to tell us. It also seems to me that you have plenty of information sources, maybe more than what a run-of-the-mill journalist should have. Oh, you flatter us. We're just good at keeping our ears open for gossip is all. Muse, is something wrong? It's nice to finally meet you guys, too. Rhines has told me so much. I have to say, though, his stories don't do you justice. I know the SSS had high hopes for you, Yuna, but your friends have a lot going for them, too. Feels like you're sizing us up, just so you can write a juicy article on us later. Cut to the chase. Since you're so knowledgeable, tell us what's going on with the Singularity. You mean the places where all the black pluroma grass is growing? Sorry, not really my area of expertise. After our old office got taken over, we've been real busy moving. I haven't even gotten the chance to go out for the last week or so. However, now that Rufus is out of town, this is the perfect opportunity to start gathering some info. I've heard about that, so it's true? From what I can glean, he returned to the tower briefly following the military parade at the capital, but he left almost immediately, leaving the Imperial Defense Force in his stead. I have no doubt he's got his hands full with the war effort. But there's something suspicious about his movements. Yes, that doesn't sound entirely natural. Seems to me like he's involved with something else on the side. I'll bet the Governor General is involved in matters he doesn't want his citizens finding out about. There's not a lot of proof, but I think we're on to something. Must be a journalist's intuition. Thank you so much. You were super helpful. Would you object to letting us know if you find anything else? Of course not. Between you and the SSS, I feel like I can never run out of material. Maybe you could even give me an exclusive interview with when you bring back the Ashen... your instructor. Fair exchange is no robbery, am I right? For sure. We'd be happy to. We look forward to working with you. Entertainment District. Wee. Yes. So this is Crossbell's Entertainment District, huh? Meh, it's no Raquel, but I guess I can get what Randolph sees in this place. It's certainly lively, but in a different way from the other districts. Yep, this place has it all. There's a casino, a high-class hotel, bars, clubs, and a neat little antique store. Then there's the jewel in Crossbell's crown, Arc NCL. Oh, the theater troupe. I've heard of them. I don't know. Seems pretty dull over there for a crown jewel. Yeah, can't argue with you on that. Their leading lady was seriously injured about a year ago, and their second biggest star had to take a break for personal reasons. With so many members out of the picture, they can only put on a small show now and then. Their second biggest star, it must be her. Yeah, Risha. But leading ladies or no, Arc NCL is still the pride of Crossbell. I really hope we get to see them perform again someday. Don't worry, I'm sure we will. It looks like the theater itself is still open. Maybe we could take a look inside, see if we can learn anything. It'd be a shame not to, after coming all this way. Any other point of interest, you know? I say we try the antique store in the alley while we're at it. One of them is run by this old lady the SSS used to go to for info. I believe old women are indeed known for their extensive gossip network. Is that facts? It can't hurt to ask around then. This is the casino, but it's not open just yet. Okay, I wasn't planning to go into it. Let's go to Arc NCL. I'm curious if we will run into anything familiar. Probably not, since the two I know from here are injured and or missing. Huh? There's no one here. That's weird. I wonder where the manager's gone off to. Yeah, that's it, Sully. That's the stuff. Sully seems to be the new star, I guess. Nice, one more time. They must be rehearsing in the back. Want to go take a peek? I don't know. We really shouldn't barge in. Think of it as part of our intel gathering. Besides, I'd like to see what they're up to. So just so long as we don't disturb them. Wow. Would you look at that? Ooh, she killing it. Look at her. Sully's a master. She has to be like Risha's sister, right? Because they have the same hair too, like the purple. Damn. Truly beautiful. Yeah, I can't take my eyes off of her. Her dancing is superb. I could watch this all day. Starting to see what all the hype's about. Right? She's the real deal. That's one of the troupe's younger performers, Sully Trade, aka the Star Princess. It's like she gets better and better every time I see her. Ah, damn, she's the Star Princess. Because, the Star actress was the Sun Princess, and Risha was the Moon Princess. As she does, young lady. Oh, are you the theater manager? Sorry for just barging in without permission. We didn't see anyone up front.
No, not at all. The fault is mine for leaving the front desk unattended. Sully's been improving by leaps and bounds. It's hard to tear my eyes away from her sometimes. She's like a shining beacon of hope in the midst of all this gloomy talk of war.
Yeah, we need that now more than ever.
Anyway, we'd better split. We don't want to get in the way any more than we already have.
Right, let's head back. Who were those guys? Yuna and the others spoke with the theater manager but didn't find any leads about the singularity. Crossbell Strip.
This street's seedy, to say the least.
It's so crazy.
Well, we are in the entertainment district. Not to mention, this is right around where the Mafia used to set up shop.
I've heard as much, but only rumors.
Man, all that crap doesn't matter. I'd come here any day as long as they got hot babes.
I was gonna say it's crazy because when you're playing Zero, there's a load screen like right here, so it's kind of insane to like to just walk through the strip because it was like a load screen into here, and then you have to load into the strip here because the Mafia played a big role. They were back here, which they're gone now. I forget what the Mafia was called, but they were an interesting bunch, that's for sure. Welcome, welcome. Aren't you a cute little gaggle of ladies and men? Don't see too many aficionado your age, but whether you're old or young, your money's good here. You can even pay in installments if you want. Just be careful not to let the interest pile up, you hear?
Jeez, we can't even get a word in edgewise.
She's just like Lloyd said. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you Imelda? Did you used to help out the special support section? Ah, I see. You must be the ones the IDF have been looking for. Class 7.
Oh, what? How did you know?
I have my sources. I heard all about you the last time you were here for your field exercise. I can't think of anyone else who would be asking around about the SSS right now. I imagine you're here for information. Did you want to know how Bannings's team got into the tower? Wait a minute, they did what? You are better informed than we've been led to believe. Could you tell us a little more, perhaps? Is it true? Lloyd actually infiltrated Orcus Tower? Their goal was to get information about what happened in the Empire a little while back. And they accomplished it too. What a shame that doing so wasn't much of an issue for the government. What? We had no idea. What did you hear about it? Oh, I've got a contact on the Orbital Network who sends me information from time to time. You took the time to come visit, so it's only fair I shared a bit of their info with you.
Only fair, huh?
Thank you for telling us. At least we know what Lloyd's already tried. Don't go thanking me yet. I don't give away information for free. Huh? Oh, don't look so worried. I'm not talking about me. All anyone talks about these days is war, war, war. It's tedious. If you can throw a wrench into the government's plan, it'll liven things up a little. But if you want to buy a couple of antiques too, I won't stop you.
She's a tough one, ain't she?
Yeah, but she seems reliable. In her own way.
I think our job's done here.
Agreed. Our investigation netted us some rather interesting intel. By the way, we've only a short walk away from your home. Why don't we pay your family a visit, Yuna? Allie.
Why not? I doubt it's under surveillance.
I'd love to see your home and say hello to your family, Yuna.
That's right. You haven't met them before, have you?
I'm sure they'd like to see that you're well, Yuna. Thanks, guys. That's really thoughtful of you. Okay, then. My home's on West Street in the Belham Apartments. Follow me.
Very well.
West Street, she said, right? So if I go this way, we could potentially make it. So your family lives in this apartment building, Yuna?
Damn. Round it back a bit, why don't you? You're making my place look bad.
Well, excuse me for being middle class.
It's been quite a few months since our last visit. Your family's apartment is on the floor below, right?
We should hurry and see if they're in. Wait, they said the floor below. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay.
Here we are.
Huh?
What? Nobody home?
The door's open. Guess we're about to find out.
They're just gone?
Oh man, I lost again.
Oh, what?
Let's go one more time. Come on, Ken. She doesn't wanna. Oh, it's all right. I can make time for one more round.
There are people in there.
That's my room. It sounds like.
Yuna!
Mama! Lena Crawford.
Mom. I'm home.
Aw.
You're okay. You're really okay. Thank Adios you're back.
Mom. It's so good to see you again, too. I'm glad you're safe.
I'm happy for you, Yuna.
Yuna? Yuna!
Ken Crawford. And her sister, Nana Crawford. Who were they playing with?
Hey, you're home! Where'd you go? What happened?
Ken, Nana, I missed both of you so much.
So this is Yuna's family. They're so adorable.
Agreed. And it's nice to see that they're doing so well.
Oh, I knew you would all be okay.
Huh?
Louise?
Oh! One of the class 7. Not class 7.
It's good to see
one
you,
of our
Yuna. And the
fellow
rest of
classmates.
Class 7, too. I never gave up hope.
Yuna, it's you. You really came back. Jeez, Yuna, we were all kinds of worried. I know. Sorry about all that. I guess I should have gotten in touch sooner. Now, don't you fret over it. All that matters is that you're back. All of you. Thank you for taking care of my daughter. Don't mention it. If anything, Yuna's the one who's been taking care of us.
Her words have been great. Been a great source of support for all of us.
Oh, guys. I agree. You're very much the driving force that keeps Class 7 moving forward.
I don't call you a wild filly for nothing. Always galloping in and out of crap like no one's business.
I guess I can't deny that. Wild filly? Are you a horsey now, Yuna? I have to say, I wasn't expecting to see you here too, Luis. Oh yes, as luck would have it, I ran into your mom a little after ending up in Crossbell. Valerie, Freddy, and Stark are all here too, though we're working separately for now. Hey. She's hot. I remember her being super hot, and she is super hot, but look at crazy boy in the middle. Valerie's over at St. Ursula Hospital, Freddy's helping out at the Fisherman's Guild, and Stark's investigating all over the province. As for me, I'm acting as a liaison between us all, while seeing what intel I can dig up from the Orbital Network in the meantime. I guess there's a reason they made you leader of the comms team during our field exercise. We did suspect you might split up and work to your own strengths. We've taken a look around town ourselves, but didn't come up with much. Have you found out anything? Unfortunately, the Singularity is still a mystery to us. All the latest rumors on the net are either about the Governor General's absence or some so-called genius hacker. A hacker? Professor Schmidt covered them in his lecture, didn't he?
They steal secret information from the network and use it for their own gain, right?
Yes. This one's been leaking confidential military information and criticizing the government's decision on various message boards. The authorities have no idea who they are, let alone how to stop them. My computer skills are a bit lacking, but I can tell this hacker sounds very skilled. Hacking may be a crime, but it feels like it's being put to good use here in Crossbell. Based on what Teal told me, I get the feeling I know who it is.
Yona.
This is all sounding awfully familiar. Sounds like I got an orb mail. Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
Yona's doing his thing, like usual.
Oh my. You might want to take a look at this, everyone. Welcome to Crossbell, Thor's Military Academy. Sorry to be so abrupt, but I have some information I'm sure you'll find interesting. Come meet me at the X sector in the Geofront, and I'll tell you more. Who's this from? A friend of yours? I have no idea. The sender's not displaying properly.
So whoever it is found a way to send their message anonymously to you. Seriously? These hackers just sit around waiting on their cue or something?
What should we do? It could very well be a trap. Now that they know we're here, it could be more dangerous not to respond. I've never heard of the X sector before. Do you know where it is, Yuna? Not off the top of my head, sorry. But I guess it's gotta be different from the sector we went to last time. Wait a minute. What is it, Luis? I think I might have been seeing the name somewhere before in some documents. Here it is. Apparently that's what they call the underground area below the entertainment district. The only way is through the Barca Casino. We passed by there earlier. It wasn't open though. Perhaps it is now. Or at the very least, we could ask when it's done, when it does. Oh, you have to go away again already? But you only just got home. Ken, Nana. Now, you two, your sister has work to do. Don't hold back on our account, Yuna. Do what you have to do and do it right. Your instructor wouldn't back down, neither would the SSS, and nor should you. I won't. Thanks, Mom. I'll be back, I promise. even in the middle of the day. There are plenty of people here. It's kind of like Raquel. Oh, that's the wrong voice.
Once people know war's coming, they go all out.
Where's the entrance to the basement? Let's ask the owner. I've met him a couple of times. He's an old friend of Randy's. I see. Let's go find him.
Well, if it isn't Yuna.
Hi, Mr. Drake. It's good to see you.
Yes, indeed. I was so sorry to miss you last time you visited. So what can I do for you? I've heard about the situation over at the branch campus. I don't intend on prying, but if there's anything I can do to help, you need only ask.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Man, I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of this guy.
I agree. But if he's friends with Instructor Randolph, I believe we can trust him.
You've certainly gotten yourselves wrapped up in something troublesome. Well, there is an underground passage in the casino basement that leads there.
I knew it. But how did our contact know such specifics? Mr. Drake, are you acquainted personally with the infamous hacker?
No, I've only heard the rumors. Besides, there are a multitude of ways to make your way there.
I see. It must have a similar layout to Heimdall's underground.
With that in mind, we should stay on guard. If you're set on going, you should take this. Go through the back door on the first floor, then turn right. That'll lead you to the underground. We don't use it very often, so it may be a little run down. Do be careful.
Thanks. We better be absolutely ready before we get going. I'm not absolutely ready, but I normally am not. So we're just gonna head out. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save it before we go down there. The key worked. Let's get going. Oh, it's kind of exciting descending into the unknown. Alright, let's go find Yona.
So this is the X sector. It looks a bit different from the others we visited.
Alright, let's, wait, which way do we go? We never did receive concrete instructions. What the? A call. Who from?
Whew, finally got through. So, you've reached X Sector, huh?
Who are you? And how did you get this number?
It was child's play for a genius like me. Keep going until you get to the computer room. I'll be waiting for you there. Oh, and try not to get torn to shreds by the monsters.
Later? The heck's this guy's problem?
Sounds like one cocky bastard, that's for sure.
A young boy of around 15 or so years, by my best estimate. But how did he get a hold of your Arcus's number? I can't claim to know, but the hacker those rumors spoke of would certainly be able to perform such a feat. Yeah, let's head over to where he is. We might be able to get some good info out of him. That's true. Well, if everyone else is on board, then so am I. Let's go and find that computer room. I want to quickly
There's something about that.
try and gauge. 75. Okay. That's not horrible.
Behold! Is that all?
The hacker, you mean? He seems to be quite infamous here in Crossbell.
The intelligence division has been training hackers of their own as of late.
Ooh, a treasure chest!
So we're gonna try and speed run the Geo sector. Hopefully we'll make it to him in time. I'm hoping.
Oh, I found some treasure!
Adamantous Shield R. Get down. I forgot how much I hate the Geo front. Just simply because there's just a lot of twists and turns, a lot of lever pushing, and I'm just not a fan.
Another duct? Oh, give me a break already.
The bane of Yuna's existence.
I completely understand.
Yes, I also get nervous whenever I'm somewhere I can't draw my sword.
You know, some women enjoy a tight little squeeze.
That enemy is strong. Please be careful.
And back into the duct we go. What a nuisance.
Whoever designed this place must have been drunk off their ass.
Hopefully this it's not too that it's not too long, because I just kind of want to get... Oh, yeah, I think we just made it, to be honest. He's right in there. Is that music? You don't suppose this room is our target destination? The probability is high.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go and meet this guy.
Man, you took your sweet time.
I rushed here so fast. What are you talking about? So he's the one who contacted us, and he's not alone.
What a surprise to see her here.
Yona.
Nice to meet you IRL, Class 7. I'm Genius Systems Engineer and Hacker Extraordinaire, Yona Sacred.
A genius who can't feed himself. You were at the theater earlier, right? I'm a member of Arkansas. My name's Sully Trade. Tio and the others have told us all about you. But it's so nice to finally meet.
Wait a sec. You know the SSS too? In a way, I do some things here and there for them through Risha. I'm guessing you must be Yuna. I've heard a few stories. You're one of Banning's junior cadets, right? Yeah. Or, well, I was, back when I was still at the police academy, anyway. But wow, I never would have dreamed Arkansas's newest rising star was rubbing shoulders with the SSS. Oh wait, now I remember. You're that Yona. The bratty wannabe criminal shut-in Teal works with. I'm not bratty or a wannabe or a shut... Well, okay. She's got me on that one, I guess. So Teal's out there blasting my reputation, and you're not helping either, you blabbermouth. I was trying to be cool and mysterious. Play up the genius hacker thing. Uh-huh. I'm just saving them time before reality hits.
Pfft. Here I was bracing up to teach these guys a lesson. They both seem like nice kids, though, as it turns out.
So you're a systems engineer at the Epstein Foundation, then? I've heard a thing or two about you from Tio myself. Then both you and Sully are connected to the SSS in some way, is that right? It's more of a love-hate sort of thing, really. Anyway, now you know about me, and I already know tons about you. So let's say we help each other out. We could trade some info for starters. You're kidding. That's what's going on in Erebonia? The info we got from Orcus Tower gave us a rough idea, but this? Oh man. The Great Twilight, it's way worse than I thought. That whole Azure Tree/Presidency debacle must have been part of the plan all along. That's right. The Phantasmal Blaze plan of the Society. Or so it has been before... Or so it had been before Chancellor Osborne had taken over. A plan in which Crossbow's false phantasm was used to awaken the blaze in Erebonia. The pieces of the game unfolding before us were put into place from the very start.
A fiendish scheme, to say the least.
To be honest, I'm not sure if we can prevent this whole end of days business. We don't even know where to start, but we can't give up trying. Once we get Instructor Reen back, he'll guide us in the right direction, I know it. You mean the Ashen Chevalier? I mean, he is pretty famous, but... I don't know. Feels kinda unrealistic to pin all the hopes on one guy. By the way, about that singularity you're looking for. It's supposed to be overgrown with black pleroma, right? I'll try combing the web about it. Something's bound to turn up. Yona, you're going to help us out then? Don't get me wrong. I'm helping you help myself is all. I just want to see how far the great Chevalier that gave Bannings a run for his money has fallen. Think of me as a bystander of sorts. Easy there, Allie. But whatever your reasons, we appreciate the help, Yana.
Pfft, this dweeb's actually pretty cute for a total nerd.
Nerd? Here we go. Who's that? You got some friends coming? That's no friend. Keep it down. It sounds like a mechanical contraption. That was that one of the Society's archaisms. One of their enhanced ones, by the looks of it. Just like the ones we fought in Sutherland. Yep, they released their big boss patrol units underground just a while ago. Sure was polite of it to knock what's it's gonna do next time. Leave a message. Either way, looks like our little computer room isn't a secret anymore. They've rolled out so many archaisms down here, it's only a matter of time before they end up nabbing us. There's an exit on the opposite side. That'll take us out of the streets. Let's say we play it safe and scram for now. Sounds like a plan. Let's go then. Show us the way. Ah, come on. Another secret base busted. I'm so over this. Yona and Sully are now accompanying you. Oh, we gotta get them out of here. Okay. Escape from the X sector.
Guys, you're going way too fast.
You're so out of shape, it's insane.
Want me to carry you, Yona? You can ride on my back like a little toddler.
No way! I can walk on my own.
You material. I hate this place so much, I'm not gonna lie.
Crap like this is why I don't leave my room. The real world sucks.
I'm with you, Yona.
Quit whining, Yona. Hurry up.
All that dancing must keep you pretty fit.
Oh, well, I I'm nothing compared to Risha.
Can I just wait for you guys down here?
No, Yona. Suck it up. My dude. I feel your pain, but, you know, there's killer robots behind us, alright? This is life or death. I'm trying to see where I lowered the thing up, though, because I don't know. To be honest. Was it over here? No, that's where I went through that, right? It's probably to that right. I'm going this way.
Ooh, a tough one.
Slow down. I need a break. Are you alright? Oh, come on. Don't be such a baby. We're almost at the exit. Upon analysis, Yona would likely prove to have a low density of muscle tone. Hey, at least I have the brains to make up for it. We know. Now stand up, Yona. We're nearly there. Should have known it wouldn't be easy. They're coming. Whoa, what the? They found us. Sully, you look after Yona. We'll deal with these clowns.
Be on guard. It's strong.
It's my turn. I'll cast a spell on you.
Behold!
This is my...
Unforgivable!
Let's go. Huh. Very well. My apologies.
I'll handle it.
handle this. I leave it to you.
I'm up. Now. Ha! Done already?
I did it!
I must continue to train.
Stats updated.
Yeah, I did it!
Took care of them. You did it. Not half bad. You might actually stand up to par with the SSS. I'm honored you'd think so. In any case, we've managed to clear the way. Yeah, now let's get ourselves out of here.
Yes! My turn.
My turn.
Let's go.
Very well.
Bravo.
Who's this? Oh, hey.
Wow.
What were they called?
Are they the ones?
HEYUWEI, I think.
Yes, Class 7, as per our intel.
Is this kid their boss?
They're dressed like Easterners.
Sao Lee! What are you doing here?
So you're the infamous Class 7. We meet at last. I am Sao Lee, Chief of HEYUWEI Trading Limited's Crossbell branch. And allow me to introduce you to the grandson of HEYUWEI's leading elder himself, young Master Shin. It really is such a pity we were unable to have made your acquaintance before now.
No way! Sao Lee of HEYUWEI.
We read about them in the database. They're the largest crime syndicate in Calvard.
Guess we're dealing with some major players here.
So you're the ones Rishio was working for.
Ah, Sully, isn't it? I've heard nothing but good things about you lately. And yes, we have made use of Yin's services before. But right now, we have a contract with another party.
Who's the other party? I mean,
now,
I should have guessed.
Thor's
to be
Military Academy's Class 7 and the young underground hacker. Would you mind terribly if I requested you come with us?
honest. Oh, like I'd let that happen, my dude.
If they have archaisms, then that means...
They're in league with the Society.
No, it must be the Governor General's office.
Looks like the kids' babysitters are gonna be a pain in the ass, too.
I look forward to testing our steel against Eastern martial arts.
Let's
Combat
go.
links on! No one can stop us when we work together! Hold it! These chumps are ours! Whoa!
Hey! Estelle for the rescue! Hell yeah! Oh, look, it's all of them, too. Ellie. Where's Louis?
Damn!
Look up there!
Ellie?
Glad to see you're still in one piece.
It's really her.
I heard what happened at the tower, but there she stands.
Hello there, Yuna. Still finding your way into trouble, I see. It's good to see you too, Elisa.
Nice to meet you, Class 7. We'll be taking over from here.
It's been a while, Miss McDowell. And you've brought the daughter of the Divine Blade with you. How nice to meet a key figure from the Liberal incident.
Thanks for the intro. I'd say it's nice to meet you too, White Orchid Dragon. But your reputation's so slimy. I'm worried it might leave a stain.
Ooh, burn, Estelle.
It's been some time, Shin. Sal, Lau, you too. Though our cooperation was indirect, I really did value our prior working relationship. So would you mind standing down for old time's sake?
Were it not for our client's direct orders, we might have obliged. But alas, what's more, this is a most unusual...
Oh, here we go.
I forbid you from laying a finger on Ellie.
Master Shin, I'm afraid I must ask you to step back.
Fear not.
Oh, is he like in love
We
with
won't
Ellie or
use our
something?
full strength here.
Yeah, everyone says that before they get hit with the big stick.
Estelle is sassy. Oh my
you guys
god.
need to get moving now.
Keep Yona and Sully safe.
But Ellie!
You can count on me.
That goes for the rest of us, too.
But you've got to make it out of here safely too, all right?
Whoa!
Ah!
Are you okay?
Damn it!
Oh, come on. Maybe if you actually used your legs every once in a while, this wouldn't happen.
Carry him. I was about to say, just
Oh,
carry him.
what
Hey!
Oh.
You can save the bickering for later.
This is gonna be a bumpy ride, kid.
Good call, you two.
Now let's keep going.
Estelle is the best, man. That's some sassiness right there. I love it. I love it. Geofront A1. Where are we? Oh, it's so bright. Where are we? Harbor District, right? The Harbor District Lighthouse. I don't think we'd end up here. I didn't think we'd end up here. You hooligan, carrying me around like a sack of potatoes. Unbelievable. Whatever. You should be thanking me, Freckles. Man, all muscle, no brains. Zero delicacy, as if Banning's wasn't bad enough. Sorry, it was a bit of an emergency. Are you alright? We can't have you getting so injured you can't perform. No, I'm fine. Alright, thank you. There, I said it. I hope Ellie and that other... I ship them, by the way. I hope Ellie and that other girl... Alright, those guys seem pretty strong. So that was Ellie from the SSS. You've always spoken highly of her, as I recall. And for good reason. She's Speaker McDowell's granddaughter and current acting secretary. I hadn't been able to get in touch with her after you all finished your field exercise here. I'm sure she can handle herself, though. The girl accompanying her was Estelle Bright, a bracer. She, alongside Tita and Prince Oliver, helped clear up the mysterious incident that occurred in Le Bro. The Intelligence Division has had their eyes on her for a while. Only fitting, considering she's one of Le Bro's most up-and-coming young bracers. Yeah, she's about as famous as they come. This is the first time I've ever got a glimpse of her, though. Their timing was impressive, considering how high profile the two of them are. I might have had a trick or two up my sleeve, but we'll get to that later. For now, we should put some distance between us before those guys catch up. I know a place where we can lie low. Somewhere well off everyone's radar.
You can't say the Syndicate doesn't keep its promises.
Sure. At least as far as this case is concerned.
Oh, really, dude? Freaking Campanella and Lecter chilling out.
Jade Brooke is back. Now we just need to buy some time. After that, it's just a matter of handing it over to the next guy.
All work and no play, huh? I like that about you. As for Jormungand, we're just about ready to get everything officially underway. There are just a few more details to work out regarding its more unofficial aspects.
Then there's Class 7. What's left of them anyway? Let's see just how much fight those dregs still have in them.
This building was once the Special Support Section's headquarters, right? Yeah. Wow, it's been so long. I only ever came by here a few times, but still. Oh yeah. Didn't some of you guys come here with Instructor Reen during our field exercise? Uh-huh. It was our HQ for a time. That explains why the place feels so lived in. Welcoming, even. I take it you have a spare key to this place, then? Bingo! Ellie and the others gave us one when we met up with them a while back. We use the place as a safe house for times like this. Times like this means me busting my typing fingers, helping out the SSS. I caught wind of you guys coming here from Erebonia, thanks to the net. Those two that bailed us out earlier was only able to because I passed that intel onto them. I see. Word truly does get around fast.
Then everyone knows what we've been doing since we left the Witch's Village.
Yeah, the Intelligence Division probably has a handle on our movements. They do have an entire section dedicated to analyzing data to formulate strategies, after all. And they've recently established a team that specializes in getting intel from the Orbital Network, too. Meh. Let them make as many teams as they want. I'll hack so many circles around them that their loops will have loops. Alright, the network's up and running. Let's see what we can find.
Yona hacked into the network to collect some new data. They then called Luis over from Yuna's house to plan out their next course of action.
There's a lot to unpack here, but to be sure, but total zilch on the black pleroma grass, huh? There's certainly plenty of news about Governor General Rufus returning to Crossbell, though. I suppose that's the hot topic in town at the moment. Seems like it. His airship just got back a little while ago. And from Guerrilla Fortress, no less.
Huh. Well, that sure doesn't bode well.
Why don't we take a look at this report here? St. Ursula Hospital. Where have I heard that name before? Oh, you mean St. Ursula Medical College? That's one of Crossbell's most advanced medical facilities. Remember Lynn? She used to study there. Yeah, that place has been overrun with new patients lately. They've had to discharge people faster than usual or transfer them over to Armorica. Pretty harsh if you ask. I went there a while back to check up on things. It was kind of a shock. Turns out a ton of government and military workers have been going there in a secret. Sounds like there's something more to this than meets the eye. I know a nurse who works there. Maybe she can tell us something. Though I haven't had a chance to see her lately. She's just as busy as everyone else. Wait, you don't happen to mean Cecile, do you? She lives in my apartment building. I've known her almost all my life. Wow, small world, huh? Lloyd is probably at that convalescent home they set up in Almerica right now. Leah got moved there right in the middle of her rehab. You might be right. We won't be able to count on his help this time. I hope Leah recovers soon. I'm sure everyone else in Crossbell feels the same. Yeah. Leah is in Leah Platier, lead performer of Arc-en-Ciel. Or Elia. Yeah, she was badly injured during a raid 2 years ago. That said, HEYUWEI and the Archaisms are a cause for concern as well. Seeing them both at the Geo front did seem like more than just a coincidence. Their activities appear to stretch across the whole of Crossbell now. And we've never seen them use the Society's archaisms before. HEYUWEI and Ouroboros working together. Or well, with the Governor General at least. Bad news for us either way. Lloyd and the SSS can only do so much about them from the shadows. Yeah, not just them. Risha, Arios, even those Liberalians who came over to help have their hands full.
So this map shows where all the archaisms are turning up, yeah? All of Crossbell, my ass. It's totally biased to one side, isn't it? I mean, there's barely any around Michelem. Same goes for St. Ursula. Well, perhaps
that bias is precisely where our clue lies. It's almost as though they're trying to draw their attention of the SSS and the bracers away from the south. There's still no telling if they found the singularity, though.
Either way, it could be worth investigating the southern side of the region.
Valerie might have found something out at the hospital. I already got word back from Freddy. He's been looking around that area. He said he discovered something interesting at our old field exercise camp. Something interesting? I admit I'm a bit hesitant to see something Freddy finds of interest, but it does sound like something we should follow on. Good, then it's decided. Time to hear what our friends have to say. We'll head to the old field exercise camp first. After that, it's off to St. Ursula. Agreed. We should head up Station Road and get moving. Good luck, everyone. We'll see what we can find out here. I'll make sure to contact you as soon as we do. With Risha and the SSS rushed off their feet, you guys are the only ones we can count on. Guess you get to take the lead this time. Be careful.
Right.
Take care of yourselves until we get back. Yona and Luis stayed at SSS to gather intel. Okay. Alright, I'm going to end it here, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, share with a friend. We're going to head to St. Ursula Road on the next part, continue our investigation, and hopefully find the singularity. I will see you all then.